At the Sports History Network, we're proud to introduce you to a new sponsor for our podcasts. It's Home Field Apparel, your premium collegiate apparel brand right out of Indianapolis. They've got incredibly comfortable t-shirts, plus they're officially licensed with vintage college designs. They have over 150 plus colleges available now and always adding more. Homefield digs through the archives and history of your school to find unique logos, mascots, and moments to make thoughtful designs for your school. When you shop today, new customers can get a 15% discount off their first purchase using the promo code SPORTSHISTORY at checkout. You can learn more at homefieldapparel.com.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends in sports history. This is Darren Hayes of Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your place for all things great in sports history. And we have a great sports break for you today for September 27th in sports history. We'll talk about the biggest events, the athletes that performed them, the uniforms that they wore, and we'll have a lot of fun. But before we get to that, I want to make sure that you know how to get in contact with us. We have a great email, pigskindispatch@gmail.com. It covers Pigskin Dispatch. It covers Jersey Dispatch. If you want to talk a little bit about Orville Mulligan's Sports Writer, we'll talk about that too. Or maybe you're interested in the Sports History Network, we can chat about that as well. Pigskindispatch@gmail.com. Now, let's get to those uniform numbers. The ones we'll talk about today are 4, 22, 19, 32, 6, 14, 45, number 12, and number 30. We're going to start off September 27th, 1905, and Boston's Bill Dineen, he threw a no-hitter against the Chicago White Sox, and Boston ended up winning that game 2-0. September 27th, 1914, Cleveland second baseman Nap LaJoie, playing most appropriately for the Cleveland Naps, collected his 3,000th hit. September 27th, 1919, pitcher Bob Shockey. He set a Yankee record with 15 strikeouts on the mound. And September 27th, 1919, that same exact day, Boston Red Sox slugger Babe Ruth takes his home run Major League Baseball record to 29 with a third-inning blast and a 7-5 defeat at the Washington Senators in Griffith Stadium. September 27, 1923, New York Yankees Lou Gehrig, but he hit his first of his 493 total home runs during his career. Then on September 27, 1930, the Chicago Cubs' Hack Wilson's 2 home runs gave him a National League record of 56 bombs over the fence for that season. And we talked about the great Gehrig a few minutes ago. Well, how about September 27, 1931? Lou Gehrig, number 4, completed his 6th straight season with playing in every single game. That same day in 1931, the closest National League batting race ever ends when the St. Louis Cardinals' Chick Heafey's .34889 ended up beating out the New York Giants' Bill Terry, who had a .34861. Just hundreds of thousands of batting average is what took it that year. Very close indeed. September 27th, 1940, Detroit Tigers' second pitcher, number 22, Floyd Geibel, in just his 3rd victory of his career game, won an epic pitching battle for a 2-0 pennant-clinching win, defeating Bob Feller, the great pitcher of number 19 of the Cleveland Indians that year. And September 27, 1961, the great Sandy Koufax, number 32 of the Los Angeles Dodgers, set a National League strikeout record at 269, putting batters down on the year. September 27, 1964, despite 3 home runs by Johnny Callison, number 6, the Philadelphia Phillies lost the game 14-8 to the Braves. Callison had 31 blasts out of the park that season for Philadelphia. September 27, 1967. Can you give this guy some offensive support, please? Philadelphia's pitcher, number 14, Jim Bunny, ended up tying a National League record of 5 1-0 losses in that season. All he needed was just a run in a game. Come on. September 27, 1968, St. Louis Cardinals ace pitcher number 45, Bob Gibson, threw his 13th shutout of the year in a 1-0 score over the Houston Astros. September 27, 1970, Ken Boswell, who wore number 12 that season, set a record for second baseman of having 85 games without a single error during them. September 27, 1973, Nolan Ryan, number 30 on his jersey that year of the California Angels. Well, he struck out 16 Minnesota Twins batters in 11 innings of work for the record of 383 in the season, and he gave the Angels a 5-4 victory. September 27, 1983, the great Tim Raines, number 30 of the Montreal Expos, became the first Major League batter since Ty Cobb to steal 70 bases and drive in 70 runs. And hey, we just had 2 number 30s in a row. How about a third in a row? And that is Greg Maddox, number 30, on September 27, 2008, won his final start of his career, number 355, while pitching for the San Diego Padres. And that is your sports break. That's your sports history for September 27th. Hope you enjoyed this history. Hope you'll join us each and every day for more great sports history here on the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast, on Pigskin Dispatch, or join us and a lot of our friends over at the Sports History Network. There's 30 different podcasters or more, and we're getting every single day. And also, if you're interested in doing your own podcast on sports history, well, hit us up at pigskinddispatch@gmail.com, or go over to the sportshistorynetwork.com and talk to the sports history guru, Arnie Chapman, the football history dude, and he will get you set up, and we'll even give you some education on how to run your own sports history podcast. Well, till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout, and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskinddispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
It was just another ordinary day in the offices of the Pittsburgh Guardian newspaper circa 1924. But for Marla Delft, assistant editor, everything was about to change. For she was about to discover the awesome attractiveness of Row 1 brand retro sports paraphernalia items thanks to Orville Mulligan, sports writer.
And there it is.
Wow, Orville, that's really the bee's knees.
Isn't it just? A poster-sized replica of the actual 1909 World Series program cover.
I can see that. But where did you get it? And where'd you get it framed?
I ordered it from the Row 1 website, where over 6,000 items of sports memorabilia from the 1880s to the 1990s are available for reproduction, in multiple sizes and in several different materials, with over a dozen styles of frame to choose from for prints like this.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Delft would love to put up more of these in the office. But I'm equally as sure they're beyond this newspaper's budget.
Not at all, my dear Marla. See for yourself. Go to sportshistorynetwork.com/row1.
sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. Oh my, these are good prices. Oh, and look at this stuff. Oklahoma-Nebraska football, college basketball art, Michael Jordan items.
And so
retro
it was that
sports
Marla Delft
advertisement
discovered the
placards.
splendiferous magic of Row 1 sports memorabilia, arts, and prints. You can too by visiting sportshistorynetwork.com/row1. That's ROW1 today for access to the full Row 1 catalog of gallery prints and gifts like t-shirts, long-sleeve shirts, telephone cases, coffee mugs, blankets, pillows, towels, and even shower curtains. Act today for 15% discount off all prints with coupon code SHN15 and 20% off all other items with coupon code SHN20 at checkout. And keep your dial locked to the Sports History Network for the exciting chronicles of the 1920 sports world in Orville Mulligan, Sports Writer. Coming soon.